All right, y'all, good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you're tuning in. I'm grateful to have you here. We got the GEES, of course, back in the building. One of my favorite groups to react to, listen to, jam out, fill my soul with pure joy. That's the GEES. And Robin, Morris, no disrespect, again, I keep doing it. Robin, Morris, and Barry Gibb always come through for me and always come through for y'all. I appreciate all the support on these reactions. I just did Nights on Broadway from the Midnight Special back in 1975. Now we're throwing it forward 22, 23, 22, something 20 plus years later to 93 at the Royal Variety performance. So I'm not sure if they're still gonna have that vocal capacity from years prior, but I'm excited for it. We got For Whom the Bell Tolls. You said I had to do it. And I'm a little confused. Please fill me in the comments below. It says they released this as their second single from their 20th studio album, Size Isn't Everything, in 93. But we all know Metallica's classic, or at least I do. I've reacted to it, and it's a classic from Ride the Lightning in 84. Their song is called For Whom the Bell Tolls. So is it a cover of Metallica's that was inspired by Ernest Hemingway's 1940 novel of the same name, or is this something completely different? I don't know what to expect. I don't know what the actual info behind the song is, but I'm here. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to let it completely overtake my eardrums and fill me with pure whatever my limbs do and whatever we go with this. But outside of that, subscribe, like, notification bell, follow your boy on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Shout out to my old heads out there. Still young at heart, still kicking and rocking out with you, boy. I appreciate it. Set that over here. Let's get it popping.
This is titled For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Okay. The accent was present. That was thick.
Stumbling in the night, never really knew what it would have been like. You're no longer there to break my heart.
Barry, what's going on? You sound like
the harder go for you.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring it back. No disrespect, but Barry, notes I could never even come close to imagining hitting ever in my life. But you could tell he's aged just a little bit, but he still has that beautiful falsetto, that nice high-pitched tone that we all know and love from Barry Gibb. But you could tell he's aged just a little bit. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. We all get old. We all, you know, not as good as we once were. But I just got to be open and upfront about it. I don't know if this is going to be the best performance I've ever heard, but I'm here for it.
You're no longer there to break my heart.
Definitely ain't Metallica.
Harder go for you. I gave it everything, but I couldn't get through. I never saw the
Still Barry though.
You're the last to know when love is blind. The tears and the turbulent years when I would not wait for no one.
Robin got the locks flowing. Oh my, that's still phenomenal. Come back.
And the Father will love. There's a hole in my soul. For you it's goodbye. For me it's goodbye.
Oh.
For the bell
Oh man, the Smiley Lord. This is an emotional one. My bad, I kind of like pick my nose in front of y'all, but we're family now. Robin. Let me get some more at you.
I see you in a magazine. A picture at a party where you shouldn't have been. Hanging on the arm of someone else. I'm still in love with you.
Of course.
Won't you come back to your little boy blue? I come to feel inside. This precious love was never mine.
I lied, it still sounds heavenly. here, son. Lord. Oh, good night. Oh, good night. No, I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again just because I know Barry would want me to as well. Hold on. Hold on. Real Bee Gees fans, let it slide. Y'all better, man, please stop playing with Barry Gibb. Not that y'all are saying that Barry can't do it. I actually said it at the beginning. So let me humble myself real quick and say, I apologize for the beginning comments of saying your voice was aged. It's aged like fine wine, because that was phenomenal, Barry Gibb. And Morris and Robin, I still think Morris never gets enough love, but it's cool. Yeah, the beard was on point. Had the hat doing his thing on the keyboard, always. I love all of these Gibb brothers, for real. And Andy, I haven't really checked out Andy, but y'all always comment below and say he needs a ton of love and credit as well. So shout out to Andy Gibb as well, and everybody who has ever made this possible. That is not Metallica. Now, Metallica, one of my favorite metal bands of all time. That ain't that. That's something completely different, whole different ball game. And the delivery was beautiful. It was emotional, powerful. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's no other adjective I could properly fill it with than I'm wowed every time I hear in my eardrums, and my ear canals are filled with a spiritual pureness that is like no other. I love the Bee Gees, and I'm so like ashamed that I wasn't able to grow up on this, but I'm here now. I gotta stop looking in the past. There's a reason the car windshield, I say this all the time now since I heard it, there's a reason the front windshield in a car is way bigger than that rear view mirror. Eyes forward, stop looking back. You can't change it. You shouldn't dwell on it. It just brings you down. Focus on what you can control moving forward and let God handle the rest, period. That's what I believe in. I'm a Christian man of faith. All my eggs will always be in that basket, and the best is yet to come. That is my true and humble opinion. If you disagree, that's perfectly okay too. I'm wishing the best for you. I'm praying for you. I love y'all, man. Again, rest in peace. If any of the Bee Gees members are no longer with us, if anybody who was part of the crew and making this phenomenon as possible as it is, rest in peace. And I hope my content does some sort of justice to honor them and give them the love and credit that they deserve. I can't wait to dive into so much more. That was only my 8th reaction to the Bee Gees, so comment below what we're checking out next. Live performance, just be aware that any sort of video or live performance, YouTube tends to block, so you would have to join Patreon to be able to see those. I send them over there if YouTube hates on it. For whatever reason, I don't know why they don't want the content to be seen, but is what it is. I don't get compensated for most of these anyways because copyright. I just love doing the music and love checking it out and having you experience it with me for the first time. So thank you for being here. Subscribe, like, notification bell if you rock with the videos. Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Follow me on there if you support outside of YouTube. I appreciate it a ton. Again, I'm praying for y'all. I love y'all. All my other links are down below. Stay tuned for the end of the video and I'll talk about everything in detail. But for right now, God bless. I'm gone. If you enjoy my content and want to continue to support the channel, I definitely encourage you to join the Patreon family. Right down below, you can access blocked videos, vote on weekly polls, access to bonus content, whatever future things we decide to post, it'll be over on Patreon. I definitely appreciate it. Other ways to support, you can always buy me a coffee down below. Again, by no means do you have to donate through PayPal, anything like that. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. My wife and I really appreciate it. Just options for you to say that, hey, I got something from your videos, whether it's a laugh, inspiration, just watching me act a fool, and you could tune out from everyday craziness of the world and watching my videos. So I definitely appreciate it. Outside of that, if you're curious about what my actual job is outside of YouTube, I trade Forex. I've been doing it for years now. If that's something that interests you, you can always fill out the Google form in my description down below, and I'll be in touch whenever I can. I get a lot of emails, so that is an option if you want to start working and making money work for you instead of always having to clock in for it. It is going to take the time. It's a skill set, a learned skill set that's been around since the 80s. Google it, look it up. 7 times larger than the New York Stock Exchange. Fill out that Google form down below if you're, curious about how that works. And all my other links as far as DG gear, what I use, what I eat, everything you need is down below in the description as always. But for right now, I'll see y'all soon.